Now, some of you are probably wondering, okay, this is great, Toastmasters, they get to answer table topic questions. That looks like fun, that's easy. Other people get to do speeches, that's great. But where do I learn? How do I improve? How do I know that I'm getting any better? And who will show me the way to improvement in my public speaking? That takes us, of course, to the third and probably most critical aspect of the Toastmasters meeting and the Toastmasters training program. And that third and most critical aspect is evaluation. Now, what we do in Toastmasters is that at every meeting, we have not paid experts, not Tony Robbins or famous gurus that come in and evaluate our speakers. We have other members evaluate the speakers. At one meeting, you might be the speaker. At another meeting, you might be the Toastmaster. At a third meeting, then you might be the evaluator. So the members take turns in these different activities, one meeting to the next. Now, obviously, the speakers get benefit from the evaluator, but so does the evaluator. The evaluator gets a benefit by serving by giving an evaluation of a speech, because that's yet another speaking opportunity. So everything we do in Toastmasters, the speeches may not be of interest to you, or they may, but regardless, it is an exercise, it is a discipline in developing and improving your confidence and your competence as a speaker, and that's why we have these meetings. And so hopefully you will understand that. Again, being a better public speaker is not a matter of taking a pill. I wish there was, I wish the pharmacists, the pharmacy companies would develop such medicine, but that does not exist. It is not a matter of buying a book on public speaking and reading it. I wish that was the case, because then we'd all, just go out and buy a book. It's not enough just to take a course in college or graduate school. The Toastmasters program allows you to practice in a disciplined and fun and routine way through the course of the year. And so our speech evaluators tonight will evaluate the speeches that they've been assigned to evaluate. Their timing is 2 to 3 minutes. When they give an evaluation, the timer pulls up the green card at 2 minutes. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the green card is replaced by the yellow. And at 3 minutes, the yellow card is replaced by the red. The evaluator has an extra 30 seconds if they need to complete their evaluation. Now, does the evaluator use their own prejudice? Do they use their own whim? Do they simply, oh, I like that person, so I'm going to say something nice, or I don't like that person, I can't stand her, so I'm going to say something really bad in evaluating their speech? No, they don't do that. They don't use their own personal bias. Rather, they use evaluation guide, which is developed by Toastmasters International based on the experience of 4 million members over the course of the last 80 years. These evaluation guides are based on that long-term experience involving 4 million people. And so that's what the evaluator does when they evaluate the speech. Our first speaker tonight, of course, was our good friend Alan Chen. His evaluator is the president, the current president of our Queen's Best Toastmasters Club. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Sarah Porterfield. Sarah.
Yes, well, I'm here to evaluate Alan Chen, and I want to tell you all first that I like Alan Chen. And because I like Alan Chen, but also because I'm a Toastmaster, and I want to help my other Toastmasters, I am going to tell him what I liked about his speech, and I hope I can give you suggestions for improvement. Although, Alan, I was blown away by what you did. Now, we got a little bit mixed up here about the objectives of this speech, because the agenda had the wrong number on it. Alan's objective in this speech was to use body language and gestures in order to show people what he means. And he also, of course, used some great props. This was excellent. He did fill the requirements of the manual. And you who saw him speak tonight, who have not seen him 2 years ago, have no idea of the road that Alan has traveled. When I saw you, Alan, make this entire space your own, I was so impressed. He was walking over here, he was walking over there. This to us was no longer a window, right? It was a screen. Alan did this for us. he was so natural, too. You didn't feel like he was, oh, I better go over here. Oh, over there. The whole thing, it just flowed. That was a quality performance, and we didn't even have to pay for it. So I'm really happy to be here to tell you, Alan, that you sure did achieve that. And I also just want to make a little aside that when you get finished with your basic manual, there's just one project that covers this skill. In the advanced manuals, you can refine the skills, and that's what Alan is doing. Now, for a suggestion, one thing that I got a little bit confused with was the beginning, the introduction. I wasn't sure what you were introducing me to. It was nice because you caught all our attention. It's a material world, and we all know it, and I think we probably, all of us, feel the pull of us. But I wasn't quite sure what was going to come next. So I'd like to see you kind of rework that and tighten that up for the next time. But Alan, not only were your body gestures great, I loved the stories. Alan is our IT guru. He always has something to tell us about IT. And the story about Stephen Jobs was not only a fun story to listen to and beautifully illustrated with the remote over there and this cute little thing he picks out of his pocket, but it told us, oh God, what was I going to say? Yeah, it told us how a good Toastmaster speaks. Stephen Jobs did an excellent Toastmaster's job of presentation, did he not? And so you really enclosed two things in one: speech, your body language was fantastic, and Alan, I'm just so pleased and proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Now, some of the things that you noticed in her evaluation are as follows. She began with saying something positive, right? And then after saying some very positive things about Alan's speech, what did she then do? Make some suggestions for improvement. And then she ended her evaluation in a negative way or in a positive way. That's right. So it's a simple formula that we use in Toastmasters. We begin with the most positive aspects of the speech, then we give the suggestions for improvement, and then we close on a positive.